So we would also like to know what really motivated you guys to choose engineering as your passion.
When I was very young, I used to be obsessed with Legos.
Oh.
I loved building with Legos and just creating all the buildings and bridges and all the structures.
It started pretty early, as he said, and it was mostly the subject knowledge. I think I was obsessed about math and physics, kind of.
So do you think the academic system, whether it comes to your testing series, your classrooms sessions, your doubt resolution, the whole academic system actually gave you a more holistic environment to plan out your JEE preparation?
Definitely. I think the base template that they set with their education, with their academic system was a great place to build upon.
Even I felt the same. There's a lot of freedom in how you want to study.
So what would be that one thing that actually distinguished the ALLEN experience for you guys?
The progression with the learning, the progression with the difficulty.
One more thing I want to point out is that in ALLEN, every student has equal importance to the teachers.
It is often said that success is not the outcome of things that you do occasionally, but things that you do consistently. And to prove this, we have two amazing performers here with me today. We have Rishi and Akshit, who have scored phenomenal results in JEE Advanced 2026. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Hi, my name is Suruchi, and today we are going to go inside the minds of top scorers of ALLEN Hyderabad in JEE Advanced 2026. Alright, so how are you guys feeling about your results? Tell me, guys, how does this feel to have such an amazing score?
It feels good. I was first overwhelmed, but later it just sank in. Yeah.
What about you?
I was expecting a bit more, honestly. So I feel I have achieved what I wanted to, and I feel happy about it.
Lovely. So their journey started with ALLEN in class 12th. Yeah?
Yeah.
And both of you have experienced a lot in this journey. So in today's discussion, we would like to understand what really constituted that journey, how exactly the JEE Advanced preparation happened for you guys, and what was the overall ALLEN experience for you. So shall we start?
Yes.
All right. So tell me, how was your parents' reaction when they got this great performance? What did they actually feel?
When I told them that I got 257, they were slightly dejected at first because they did not know the difficulty of the paper, I think. And when I told them that this was probably the lengthiest paper in the past several years, then they started realizing that this is also a good score. And then when they saw the other students' performance, they were happy that I got 257.
Nice.
Yeah.
My parents, they were slightly disappointed at first because on the day of the exam, when I came out of the exam hall, I told them I attempted almost all questions and I felt I did well. So they were expecting more from me, but I got a bit lesser. So they were slightly disappointed at first, but then they understood that 258 is not a bad result. Regardless, in a tough paper like this, as he said, it was lengthy, one of the toughest in the last few years. 258 is still a great result, and I will get into the college I want. And they were happy with my achievement, regardless if I was the best or not.
So tell us something more about your family support system at home. Who all are there, and how did they support you in your JEE preparation?
My family, it's just my mom, sister, and dad, a pretty close family. But they were always there for me, and my mom was, as usual, she kept me fed all the time, and she was in charge of keeping me energetic and she took care of my sleep and food all the time.
Right.
And my sister also, she was lively. She kept me, she never kept me bored at home. That was one thing, yeah. When you study all the day, you need some source of optimism.
Yeah. And younger siblings do that perfectly.
Yeah. I think that was very useful for me. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
What about you, Akshit?
For me, it was similar with my sister also. She also always keeps the mood light. I have a cousin sister at home also. So she's kind of young, and she also plays a lot of games with me. It's kind of fun to be around her. It's a light mood. Then I live in a joint family, so
Oh, nice.
mostly my parents. So the main thing they did is they always made sure I didn't have anything else to worry in the
Right.
house other than just my studies.
Yeah.
So that freedom I had to not worry about anything because my parents would take care of anything. I think that was the biggest support they gave me.
And that's very crucial, I must say. The sort of things our parents do unconditionally just for us to get that perfect score. And ultimately, even if you go beyond marks, it's the overall performance, it's the overall growth what matters to parents the most. Yeah?
Yes.
Great. All right, guys. So we would also like to know what really motivated you guys to choose engineering as your passion.
For me, it started very young. So when I was very young, I used to be obsessed with Legos.
Oh.
I loved building with Legos and just creating all the buildings and bridges and all the structures. So I had a fascination about that. I used to get space sets, space rockets, and all those. And once the lockdown started, I also started getting into coding, and I enjoyed making games a lot. I coded some simple 2D games, but I found a lot of fun in that, to add levels, to add scores, all that stuff. So
Nice.
then that inspired me to become an engineer and get into game development, which is what I'm passionate for.
Oh, lovely. You would love to develop games.
Yes.
Nice. There are so many of you who are going to actually look at Akshit as the next game setter. He is bringing you all the future games. What about you, Rishi?
Yeah, for me it started pretty early, as he said, and it was mostly the subject knowledge. I think I was obsessed about math and physics, kind of.
No.
So from like middle school, I was pretty involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad is also like a software developer.
Nice.
So he introduced to me coding and programming and that aspect of computer science. So I think till middle school, computer science itself was a very major interest. But as I realized that IIT and PCM, like studying all these subjects would be the entrance to that kind of career path.
True.
I shifted my interests towards studying and solving problems.
Yeah.
And that also equally interested me, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
And I think I found a lot of fun in that. Yeah.
So it's the challenge, the thirst for solving, right? The problem solving aptitude. Lovely. Nice. All right. So coming to your JEE preparation, guys, what was your regular study routine when you started your JEE preparation at ALLEN?
At ALLEN, I think coming to ALLEN was the hardest part. After I came to ALLEN, I think my study routine was completely taken care of by my mentors. And the study routine here is really so optimal that I didn't need to worry at all about what I needed to do extra and what was not taken care of. I think I trusted the system completely, and their series of tests and assignments kept us so on track. And the thing I liked most about ALLEN's preparation journey was the way that they brought back 11th chapters into the 12th preparation. And the way that they integrated everything. And they always maintained a bird's eye view of the syllabus. And I think that was really crucial to me, at least in my journey.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I also agree with Rishi. The transition that they made to teach 11 subjects and revise them as 12th was going on in the revision phase, I think that was beautifully done. And my study routine wasn't much special, but I would say I didn't put a lot of effort into it and try to make something grand that I have to study this many hours. For me, it was kind of simple. I come to ALLEN, I study, I go home and I rest. It's just as simple as that.
So 100% faith in whatever study routine was set by the system. So do you think the academic system, whether it comes to your testing series, your classrooms sessions, your doubt resolution, the whole academic system actually gave you a more holistic environment to plan out your JEE preparation?
Definitely. I think the base template that they set with their education, with their academic system was a great place to like build upon. It was kind of universal for everyone, but at the same time you could customize it to your own needs.
Perfect.
That was really nice.
Even I felt the same. There's a lot of freedom in how you want to study.
Correct.
There is not a lot of pressure that you have to study only this way or follow only this schedule.
Mhm.
You can do what feels compatible with you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I felt the ALLEN test series, they were put in the right order from the starting when they start with the city level tests.
Right.
Then as the syllabus progresses, they go to the South India level,
Right.
then All India level. So that felt like a very good transition as when we were getting more serious into the syllabus, we were doing bigger tests and actually figuring out how the competition is in all the other regions. So that felt very good to me.
So this gradual molding at a time by time, step by step manner is what really benefited you. Yeah?
Yes.
How about the doubt resolution and the rectification of your errors part? How did you take care of that?
I think that is one thing that is very individualized, I think. And that's up to the student more than the teachers.
Yeah.
I think it was, it's the student's job to be proactive and go to the teachers with their doubts and their errors.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's more of a student's responsibility. And I think, but the teachers did their job completely, like 200%. Yeah, I think I got really good guidance from them.
Yeah.
And it was not just that error that they tackled, it was more, they had a more broader view
Correct.
of where I was struggling and where I had the knowledge gaps. Yeah, so that really.
So, Akshit, would you agree that there are a lot of students who still have this hesitation of piling up doubts till the very last
Yes,
minute?
there are so many students who do that. I see that a lot in my friends as well.
Huh.
I would say the best thing that everyone does is in ALLEN, once you are done with the test, what I used to do was I immediately went to my teacher and discussed the entire paper. Usually that's what I did, and every single doubt I had, every single hesitation I had in the paper to solve a question or to take an option, when I discussed all that, I learned a lot. I would say making mistakes is one of the biggest things you need to grow.
Absolutely.
Every mistake teaches you something. It might be a silly mistake, but once you make a mistake in a very specific type of question, the next time you see that question, you're going to remember that mistake.
Correct.
And you're going to be more alert and get it right the next time.
Absolutely.
So that step is going to be very important in your learning. So don't be afraid to make mistakes and don't at all be afraid to learn from your mistakes and take guidance from your mentors. That is very important.
True. So the idea of being perfect and wanting to do things just 100% right doesn't always work, right?
No.
Perfect.
Perfectionism is only good if you want to set a target. Like if you want to get 300 out of 300 in mains, and if you get 290, then that perfectionism is what will make you feel disappointed.
Right.
Right. But you also have to be happy that out of 75 questions, I could get at least 73 right.
Absolutely.
That I could do this well. So perfectionism should only work as motivation for you, but not constantly make you feel bad about all your small mistakes. So that is something that you have to keep in mind.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, were there any particular teachers or mentors who really had a great impact on you and probably helped you gain confidence?
For me, it was mostly my maths and physics sir and chemistry sir too. So whenever I wrote an exam, immediately I would go to the faculty room and talk with my maths and physics sir. They used to sit in the same place. So every time I wrote the exam, I used to have the discussion with them about every single doubt I had, every question which I got, I didn't got. So that built a lot of confidence in me and I learned a lot from my mistakes and concepts. So that was a huge step. And just after that, I used to go to my chemistry sir too and get my doubts solved. So this entire process of constantly interacting with your teachers, gaining knowledge from them, motivation from them, that gives a huge boost to us.
Absolutely. Communication is what is very important.
You
right?
need a very good teacher-student bond, okay?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go to your teachers and tell them that you might have this problem academically or if you are not able to study. They are always there to guide you, and that is what I found very good about the ALLEN faculty, that no matter what situation you are in, they will be there to support you and make sure you do well.
So one more thing guys, a lot of students are really struggling with to develop the right set of exam day mindset. So now we would love to know what were you going through right before entering that examination hall and what did you do to overcome the stress or to make yourself calm during the paper?
Personally, I was kind of nervous before the first paper. I always thought I would be confident like 2 or 3 days before the exam, but somehow that small amount of self-doubt just came in somehow. But I think I managed it somehow. And during the exam, this was obviously much lengthier than expected. So I think the important thing for students is not to panic during the exam.
Right.
They should realize that everyone's writing the same exam. It's not like mains. Advanced, there's only one paper. So everyone's writing the same paper. Everyone's solving the same question. So everyone's score can go down because if it's hard. Yeah. So I think they should keep that in mind, and if they get panicked, that will actually affect their performance.
True.
It won't. Some people think that getting stressed somehow improves their speed, but the reality is that your accuracy and your speed both get affected.
True.
I think it's natural to be nervous because nervousness is just because you care so much about how the exam goes. But it's also important to keep it in check that it doesn't affect your exam performance. So I agree with Rishi that once you stress yourself too much, you might feel that you're gaining speed. It happens sometimes, but you make a lot of silly mistakes and your accuracy drops.
True.
So that is something I've noticed in myself also. So on exam day for paper 1, I was a bit nervous. I went into the exam hall. So in the starting, I was nervous. But once I started solving, the nervousness dissolved a bit and I was feeling better. But again, after paper 1 was over, I was replaying the questions. I noticed I made 1 or 2 silly mistakes, and that dropped my mood a bit. That I didn't do as optimal as I wanted to.
Yeah.
So again, this is just about perfectionism, but I had to regain my mood. And for every single person who plays video games, take your exam as a game. That always helps you.
Yeah, that is one piece of advice I would so want to work on. For those of you who have a video game mindset, Akshit has a very brilliant analogy. Akshit, please explain.
Yeah, so just treat the exam how you would treat a game. For your game, it's not life and death. You just play. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You might care about the result, but it's not going to shake up your life. Now, even though for JEE Advanced, you don't have that many attempts, you can't just click replay again and again. But think of it like a game. Think you're just going to enjoy the process of solving every single question and you're going to come out as a winner, right? Just have that mindset and just go and smash it.
Perfect analogy. All right. Now, thank you for sharing all these amazing tips, right? And the insights to your mind that I would like to say. However, our listeners and viewers would also like to know something more about you besides the subjects that you enjoy. So what are your hobbies, your interests, and how do you balance your time with relaxation and other activities besides studying?
As for hobbies, I'm into music. I think that interests me a lot. I'm a vocalist and a violin player. And I think now that Advanced is over, I have this plethora of time to do whatever I want. And now after the exam, I'm still deciding what to do. So I think before 10th, basically, before I came to this JEE Advanced coaching thing, I was into a lot, but I decided to take it to the backseat and start bringing in exam preparation and problem-solving strategies to the front.
Right.
And for 2 years, I think that single-mindedness helped me. Because if I had both hobbies and sports, hobbies and exams in my life, I think I would only be able to give a little bit of attention to each of them. And I think I would make only little progress in all of them. So I think the single-mindedness of keeping only exams at once and then do hobbies later, I think I've enjoyed that process.
That worked for your benefit.
Yeah.
Did you also feel the same, Akshit?
I felt similar because even before I joined this coaching program and came deep into preparation, I also had a lot of interests. I used to go to hobbies, but once I started preparing seriously, all of them had to drop and I had to focus most on my studies. So that is always there. So for example, if you play sports, you might not be able to go to the ground every day, right? So some sacrifices have to be made, but for me, I just spent my time doing less taxing tasks. Like I used to play video games. It's as simple as just taking out your phone or tablet and clicking the game and play instead of going to the ground. So that is one thing. I used to play a lot of puzzles. I solved the Rubik's Cube in my free time of all shapes and sizes. So that is something I also like to do in my free time. So I just spend time doing puzzles, taking a walk if I feel a bit overwhelmed. So this is what I do. And I recommend to every single one of you, spend some time doing something that relaxes you other than studies. That is very necessary for you to feel calmer and more prepared for your next test. Even if you haven't studied, it helps you feel calmer.
Yeah.
And one more thing is, don't let it become a distraction. So while you're studying, just study, and once you're done with studies, spend an ample amount of time just relaxing or playing or doing something you enjoy, maybe watch a show. So, but don't let the distraction come in between your studies.
What do you think is the biggest distraction which you guys had to battle with?
For me, I wouldn't say I let anything become a big distraction. I was just, as I said, I was managing my time. But I think for the upcoming aspirants, I think the biggest challenge is going to be social media.
True.
Because so many people have social media now, and it is very hard to not always look at what people are doing and what people are posting.
I agree.
Yeah, so that becomes an addiction easily. And I see a lot of my friends too. They also just keep scrolling Instagram reels. Yeah, so that has also become an addiction.
And you didn't have one?
No. I didn't download social media for this reason.
What about you, Rishi? Do you have one?
Same thing. I don't have Instagram. I don't have any
Agreed.
kind
Just don't give in to your distraction. Don't have it, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, what would be the one last advice you would give to all future JEE aspirants who would now be taking this journey ahead? And because you've been in their shoes, what would be the mistakes you would like to caution them against?
The biggest advice I would give is write every single test that you can. Every test that is conducted in your center, in your coaching, and all the Olympiads that are conducted on a national level, they also help you a lot. One mistake I made was early on I saw the time for registration of an Olympiad. Then it was a few months later. So then I didn't register when it was open, and by the time I was considering it, the window was closed. So I missed a few tests this way. So don't do that mistake. Apply as soon as you can. That is the best thing you can do. And write every single test that you can. Regardless of if you don't know the concept as well or if you get a low score, you will learn from everything. It will be a good experience for you. And if you get a good result, that will be an achievement under your name. So there's only good things that will happen. There's nothing to lose when you write more tests.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that open-mindedness is also very important. For me, the biggest advice I would give is self-confidence, and the biggest mistake is self-doubt.
Yeah.
Because that is one thing I suffered from in the early stages of my preparation. Self-doubt would come up everywhere. Like before the exam, I would feel that I didn't prepare something properly.
Yeah.
So I would go back to it and over-prepare.
Correct.
Yeah. And also during the exam, after I solved a problem, there would be some part of my mind telling me that I was not correct.
True.
So I would keep coming to that and waste a lot of time and energy, and I think that was the biggest obstacle in my journey, and self-confidence is the only antidote for it. Yeah.
Nice. So for those of you who are still wondering whether you should take the first step, trust the system, trust your consistency, I think what their journey inspires us to do is to not wait for the right moment. Just start it and let it unfold for you, right? So thank you so much guys for taking out time to do this, and all the very best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you.